You can
talking about immigration.
let's try this. I have prioritized the field mouse problem in this building, and I have told all of the staff here my priority is the field mice. But one day Tate walks in and I caught a cricket, and he goes, "What the f are you doing to the crickets? Why the f won't you stop the field mice?" And I'm like, "Bro, we got the field mouse traps everywhere. You're just looking at the one instance where I've caught a cricket. Why are you mad at me?"
There's also more crickets.
We're talking about healthcare. We're talking about immigration. What has Donald Trump in the last 9 years that has helped us when it comes to our healthcare?
You have no examples to prove they are not prioritizing violent criminals.
I just gave you the statistic.
No, you're telling me that they've gotten people who are not violent criminals, who perhaps are easier to apprehend.
No, they haven't gotten people, the majority of people that they have apprehended.
Because they're easier to apprehend. But does that mean they're not focused or prioritizing criminals? You're not making an argument.
So getting ICE agents to show up outside of courtrooms
is not a question of priority. It's a question of you saw a thing happen.
They said their priority. This is Tom Homan's own words.
Okay, how many agents are focused on narco gangs, cartels, etc.?
I don't have the numbers.
Exactly. You're not making an argument.
More people have been deported that are
not related to what you're saying.
I figure the prioritization
I think you lack the cognitive ability to connect the dots.
No,
So, Poole here is saying, listen, it doesn't matter if they're deporting more people who are not violent criminals than are. That doesn't mean that they're not prioritizing violent criminals. Just because they can conveniently also get illegals out of here who are not violent criminals with ease, who go to these court dates and this and that, doesn't mean that they're not actually prioritizing violent criminals first. And he's right. He's right. It would be on Shapiro here to demonstrate that that's not the case. And it looks like Tim Pool's not going to let him get away with it.
I think I do. And I think this comes down to...
Let's try this again. A priority doesn't mean the outcome is guaranteed.
I understand that.
So pointing out a bunch of nonviolent criminal aliens were arrested doesn't mean they're not prioritizing violent criminal aliens.
Okay, well, it doesn't appear to me that they are. And if
but
you
that's,
think that
again,
they are,
that's an opinion and not an argument.
Well, if you think that they are, then you're entitled to your opinion. But I don't believe that they are. When you're tackling people and nonviolent criminals outside of courthouses in front of Home Depot or teachers, I've seen the videos.
Not a question of priority.
You don't even need to track anybody for that. They're showing up to the courthouse and telling you who they are. So,
and that's not a question of priority.
To track the criminals.
These things you're pointing out are two different situations.
You pointed out that 40% of those.
Forgive me if I'm wrong, but aren't illegal aliens breaking the law by coming into the country in illegal means? Isn't that definitionally criminals, whether they're violent or not? Perhaps you could make that case, but right now they're discussing whether or not the Trump team is prioritizing violent criminals. Tim Pool's argument is it wouldn't matter even if there was a smaller percentage of violent criminals deported than not. That wouldn't mean that they weren't prioritizing violent criminals, and he's right.
Deported or violent criminals, that's outsized from the percentage of legal immigrants that are here that are actually violent criminals. So Trump is actually punching above his weight when it comes to deporting violent criminals.
I want violent criminals out of this country.
Well, all criminals.
You're on that.
So he's doing really well.
Hold on a second. So you want accountability for criminals. Is that right, Tim?
Yes.
Okay. Then why would you support a 34-count felon?
He's not a felon.
This is the craziest whataboutism I've ever seen.
What was he charged with?
Not whataboutism.
What's complete whataboutism?
What's the criminal charge?
Is he a 34-count felon, convicted felon? Yes or no?
No.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
He wasn't sentenced, but he was convicted by a jury. Was he not?
It's not.
Was he found guilty or not guilty of 34 counts?
What were the charges?
I'm asking you a question.
The answer is no.
Why do you answer the question? Maybe you're the one with the cognitive difficulties.
The answer is no. The answer is no. The answer is no again, no again, no again. Now tell me what he was charged with.
So wait, the jury did not find Donald Trump guilty?
Correct, yes.
I mean, the earth isn't flat, Tim.
What was he charged with?
What? Wait, you just said a jury did not find him guilty.
Indeed, that's correct.
Where are you getting that from?
Because Trump was never actually charged with any real crimes.
Okay, so you're saying...
So hold on. Is your argument, did a group of people come together
and... Whether you agree or not is not the question, okay?
Well, so we're having a conversation on the logic and the facts of the matter. And the facts of the matter is Trump was not legitimately charged with any crime. So he can't be found guilty.
Opinion? That's your opinion.
It's a fact.
Okay, it's a fact.
It is indeed a fact.
So a jury found him guilty.
Of what?
You're wrong.
Of what?
Okay.
Of what?
You say 34-count felon.
Of what?
Okay, well, did he not... I'm answering it. I'm answering it. Did he not make up and falsify business records?
He did not.
He did not.
Okay. That wasn't the case. Did you watch? Did you check?
I did.
So who actually?
So he didn't break the law.
Who was accused of it?
He didn't break the law.
Who he did not. Well,
okay.
Perhaps.
So
maybe.
in your opinion,
perhaps maybe. No. Okay, stop. I'm gonna mute you if you try and play that stupid stuff because you interrupt me. Well, I'm making the point that perhaps
Go ahead.
maybe,
I'm listening.
perhaps maybe it was a misdemeanor falsification of business records from his CFO. Perhaps, maybe. Don't cut me off when I say perhaps maybe to change the context of what I'm saying. Donald Trump was accused of misdemeanor falsification of business records by instructing a lower staffer we don't know he actually instructed, all because of Cohen making a claim about paying Stormy Daniels. This cannot be upgraded to a felony because it's what's called requiring an underlying crime, which never in the history of the United States has been done before. Donald Trump, in this charge, was convicted falsely.
In your opinion?
It's not an opinion. It is a fact.
So the judge got it wrong. The
Indeed.
courts got it wrong.
Absolutely.
But you got it right.
What was the underlying crime?
The problem I have with
Answer the question.
What was the
Tim taking a page out of the Wilson book. Answer the question, you. Answer the question and then hit me with your, but actually answer. Okay, so Tim is saying here, he's like, look, I don't consider this to be a legitimate conviction because it was an upgraded criminal charge, which has never been done before ever. They weren't supposed to do it. I consider it to be completely politically based, and I don't think that it's legitimate. I don't think that Shapiro was ready for that argument.
underlying
Yes.
crime? 34 counts.
Of
okay?
what?
Okay, falsifying business records was certainly
Underlying
one of
crime.
them.
Name it.
I don't have it right in front
There
of me.
isn't one.
Okay, but okay, so you're saying that the judge got it wrong, the jury got it wrong, he had the right to
For
defend
the love
himself
of all
in a
that is
courtroom.
holy.
They
This
all
is
got
the
it wrong.
problem with
Okay.
this.
For the love of all that is holy, he really does. He really is sounding like Andrew Wilson, isn't he? For the love of all that is holy, just tell me. Oh, man. How to influence and win friends.
Country.
They all got it wrong.
What is the underlying crime?
He was convicted in a court of law, Tim.
What? Oh my God.
Of what?
What is the underlying crime?
What is the underlying crime?
Okay, let's stop.
I think Tim
Stop.
wants you to point it out.
Let's
in
wait.
the
Watch
highlights.
it. Watch it.
Yeah,
What-
go ahead. Go ahead.
Shapiro would have saved himself a lot of grief here if he would have just said, I'm not sure what the actual underlying crime was.
What was he charged with? Just give me the sentence. Give me the single phrase.
What I know is that he was a 34-count felon convicted.
Oh
in a
my
court of
God!
law. That's what I know.
What?
Yeah, so he doesn't know. That was the whole point. Yeah, I know. Like you and a million other people. I'm joking around. Calm down. Okay? Calm down.
Was he
I don't have
charged
the
with?
case. I don't have the case right in
You
front
don't
of me.
know.
I don't have the case right in
You
front
are
of
in
me.
a cult.
I'm
You
in a
are a
cult?
cultist.
How am I a
Yes.
cultist?
You don't know what you're talking about, and
I
you're
don't know what I'm
zealously
talking
arguing
about.
for it.
I don't know what I'm talking about. You're the one who just looked
Okay.
me in the eye and told me that a jury did not find him guilty. Now you
Let's
can
stop.
you
Let's
can
try this
disagree with
again.
it. You
What
can-
was he charged with?
Again,
You don't know.
He doesn't know.
Again,
Do you know or do you not know?
he falsified business records. Okay,
What's the charge?
I don't have the charges.
You
right
don't
in front of
know,
me.
do you?
I don't.
Maybe you
I
should
don't
then
have the
say, I
charges right
don't
in front of
know.
me.
Maybe. How about you say this? I don't know.
You-
Would have saved himself a lot of grief if he had just said he doesn't know. One of the big problems, remember, I tell you guys all the time in debates, making small concessions never actually hurts your position. It almost never hurts your position ever.
You can tell me what
You
the
say, "I don't
charges are, but he was still convicted in a court of law.
Do you want to say,
can
I don't know?
disagree with it.
He
I don't
was-
have it right in front of me. That doesn't mean that
Then just say that you don't know, bro.
I'm wrong with what I'm saying.
It
He was still
certainly
convicted,
does because you don't know what you're talking
So
about.
he wasn't found guilty in a court of law.
He was not found guilty in a court of
That's
law
the only point I was making.
of a criminal action for which falsification was an aggravated factor. You don't know what you're talking
I
about.
don't know what I'm talking about.
It is one of
So-
the most controversial cases in U.S. history where, for the first time, an aggravated charge was placed without the government proving an underlying case. They upgraded misdemeanors,
Okay.
which require an underlying crime, but they never proved a crime
So let me ask you a
actually
question.
happened.
Then why couldn't his attorneys prove that in a court of law?
They did! Bro, this is why it's under appeal, and they have not issued a sentence yet.
So in
You
our country,
don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, here's what I do.
You can't even name the charges. You don't know who
Just because I can't name the charges doesn't mean he wasn't convicted in a court
who
of law.
falsified the records.
Well, he didn't falsify.
Shapiro here shows us something very important, which is that he's a man who regurgitates talking points. In fact, I would guess that if we were to Google debate talking points anti-Trump, we would find this talking point as being one of the major ones. the 34 count. We hear this all the time, right? When I'm doing a TikTok invasion, say anti-Trump debate talking points. It looks like it's number 4. Donald Trump was convicted of multiple felonies. Yeah, there we go. Very common. But these people don't actually, they're not informed on any of the specifics or the particulars. And that seems like it's going to be quite the weakness for this guy.